What's going on? It's Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Alright, man. Can't escape it, so I guess I gotta talk about it too. To keep things rolling. And actually, I do have some more stuff as far as this LeBron and Steven A stuff, because again, like I've said plenty of times before, when I'm making these videos, a lot of stuff I'm coming straight off the head. So some things right after I make a video, sometimes it'd be like, man, I should have said that. But alas, we going through the process, so that's all part of it. So yeah, Steven A went in again today, and basically, they're just skimming the surface of what they really got on my man, on LeBron. They only skimming the surface, because any guy, any person, I'm gonna just go like that. Any person that moves behind people's back the way LeBron does, it's so much stuff that probably they could say, and they're not even close to revealing it. But one thing that was revealed was that, and I saw it the night it happened, because I was saying it to myself in the house when I was looking at it. But I kind of it kind of went past me a little bit, but I noticed it. So Steven A brings up the fact that LeBron was looking into the camera like bad actors do, because they always tell you don't look at the camera when you're acting. And so, yeah, after he got through dressing down Stephen A. Smith, then he looks directly at the camera to make sure it was in the. And he did that when he was hopping around and crying in Boston some weeks. A little bit last year. Was it last year? Because all this stuff runs together. Because all this stuff is because that was the Darvin Ham era. So yeah, that was he was trying to embarrass, and that brings me to a whole nother thing. So shout out to Carcino, because I was watching because he's funny, man. Carcino, I've been watching Carcino for a long time, since 2016. I've been watching Carcino since 2016, so shout out to him. But the thing about LeBron is that he goes against every basketball fact that you've kind of built up in your head, and then you find yourself thinking well, nah. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of casual basketball basketball watchers fall prey to that. Because just say you was watching basketball before LeBron came on the scene, so you was probably watching in the early 2000s. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking of a younger person. So you might have been watching probably when Iverson was at his heat. At his height. Tracy McGrady, Kevin Garnett, so on and so on. So you probably was watching him and then you watched him, fail against Boston multiple times, go to Miami, get some new clothes, and proceeds to lose again. That's a whole nother thing about LeBron, is that they make all these avenues. They create all these avenues for him, allowing him to dictate the competitive balance of the league. Basically agreeing to anything that most things, not everything, but most things that he wants. And yet he still fails. If you giving a test, that's like if you giving the answers to a test and you still make an F. What is that saying? What is that saying? You cheat or you gain an advantage and you still fail. What is that really saying, man? And I'm pretty sure in the league offices, because you got some former players in that league office. I bet you it's former players up in there laughing their head off about LeBron. They like, this dude, we do everything we can for this guy. and he still fails. Like, man, what else we gonna do? And another thing that irritates me to no end, and one thing that showed on his interview with Pat McAfee, LeBron talks so fake. He talk like, like it's very feminine the way he comes off. It's very feminine, and he talk, like using that so-called white person voice when you talking to white people shouldn't apply to him, because I mean, he's been around for 22 years, so he should be comfortable in his own skin, but yet he still put on airs and the cursing that he does is manufactured. He's trying to add curse words in situations that it really wouldn't. It'd be better just speaking normal. And it's a saying that, people curse for lack of better words. And Lord knows, if I got on here and talk the way I normally talk, as far as like in private settings and in friend, like, just general settings, I don't talk. I'm not holding back. Now, if I'm in a situation where I'm in at work, then of course I can't use curse words, and it wouldn't even be appropriate. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Like, his curse words aren't appropriate. They seem to try to, prove that he's down or he's rough, rugged, and raw, whatever. It ain't nothing about LeBron that's rough, rugged, and raw, man. Nothing. All this stuff has been met. The son being in the league, and I doubt that I'm gonna make a video about the young man, because it's not his fault that he's being put in this position. It seems more important to his father than the child. So I'm not even. I mean, all I can say is that he's getting a lot of leeway. He's currying a lot of favor because they allowed him to get better and ride this out, man. Like, I remember years ago when LeVar Ball came before Lonzo got drafted, and he was talking all that cash money stuff, and people were giving. I mean, like, the media storm was on. First game of the season, Pat Bev basically bullied Lonzo Ball, and LeVar Ball just sat there. He sat there and he just kept going right along. And look at it now. Like, two of his boys are in the league. One got a rap tune. He done had chances, but he just wasn't gonna make it. You can't win them all. So, but LeVar Ball seems to be a more composed parent than LeBron, because you've never seen him. Now he says some outlandish things, but for the most part, he just stays in his lane, and they go about their business. So, I mean, like, people try to act like these fathers, I mean, like, he's the only father in the world that's great and all that. It's very insulting to a man that, you know, has done the right thing. And I'm not just even speaking about myself. I'm saying, like, any father out there that's done the right thing just because you are a father, that comes with the job. So, I mean, to sit up and heap all this praise on him is very, you can tell is that they protest too much. So that's what, I mean, like, I've never, but again, I mean, like, I was watching basketball way before 2003. So, I mean, I always, like, went by the eye test. When I put my eyes on that player, I can tell if they prime time or not. It's always been like that with me. I can kind of explain it because it's just the way that the way I came up. I'm a reader, so I read like the scouting report. I read the scouting reports on different players. Read the coaches, you know, coaches' files on them or whatever. Like, I think I got almost every issue of Slam. And plus, I've read books, real books, not just magazines. I read books about this stuff. So when I put my eyes on them and they, you know, they wow me, then I can say, okay, all right, you know. Then I look at the fundamentals and stuff like that. That's where I look at players. When I first seen him, I saw just something regular, you know, like, and I'm not coming with no malice here. I'm just saying that he didn't really look super special to me. He looked like he was just a tall, athletic guy that had some kind of some basketball skills. The skills weren't all world like they say. And we've slowly seen that throughout the years. And I used to have this saying, it's better when he loses. It's better when he loses, man. Because it's so much hubbub and so much media coverage on why and what we, you know, like, it ain't even about what we're going to do next year. It's about why did this happen? Well, because, you know, I didn't have the heart. You know, you're not going to say that, but that's what it basically boils down to. You can look at him and see that he's scared in various times. And he wanted to bring up the Detroit thing. Look, man, honestly, it looked to me like Detroit let him through on a couple of those plays. Oh man, I need to watch it. But again, because I hadn't watched it probably since that the game it happened, when it really happened. But like, looked like Detroit wasn't even trying. It looked like they was letting him go past them. And Detroit was always known, but that wasn't the same Detroit team. That team didn't have Ben Wallace, and Ben Wallace was taken out the mix. So, you know, Rasheed Wallace wasn't going. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I really hope this stuff dies down after a while, because it's starting to get mad repetitive. Because on one end, it kind of looks like, you know, it's a sense of theater to this stuff. So I mean, like, NBA need ratings, so who knows? But LeBron, like my moms used to say all the time, it's an end to every road. He's not going to be around too much longer. Damn. He's not going to be around too much longer. And I kind of hope that he goes away somewhere, you know, like get a league a break a little bit, because it's better without him than with him. And when he first got in, it was cool, but as the years have passed, it seems that he's more of a detriment than a positive. So that's Grandpa signing. Grandpa with my, That's my thoughts about the thing. It's Grandpa signing off. Get back at you at another one.